Hey, everybody. It is me, the Tony Stark of the trailer park, the juggernaut of scientific thought, the John Wick of wordplay, the one, the only RL. Nice to see you. I did not announce this live stream. I'm just doing it because time is fleeting for me. I have lots of things to do, and I don't have the opportunity to sometimes plan these things. I just do them. So that means many of you will be watching them later. Let me know if you hear me okay. And if you do, then fantastic. Drop a likey for me. If it turns out that the audio on this isn't good, I'll just delete it. We'll do another one. No big deal. Um, but yeah, so I had some things I wanted to talk about. Most of all, that I am back and I am bad and I am sassy as ever and I'm ready to go to work on these people. The ones that would have us believe that we're imagining everything, that it's all in our head, it's sleep paralysis, it's nonsense is what it is really. People who say, well, show us your evidence, and then you show them the evidence and then they're like, well, that's not enough evidence. Oh, okay. Well, you tell me what is. Just please do. Just please explain to me what it is you need besides a body or a ship. I mean, something I can grab a hold of and bring to you. And I've already done all those things: the landing effects, the drawings, the descriptions, the relaying of the experience itself, uh, coming coming home with little things they give you. Like for me, they gave me these stones, the knowing stones, that I've talked about on previous videos. And so we have an enemy. Okay, we have an enemy. In case you're unaware, if you know that UFOs are a real phenomenon, if you know that alien abduction is a reality, and it is, then we have some enemies. And those enemies are the ones who are the famous faces of mainstream science, who tells you nothing to see here, right? Nothing to see here, while it's happening to people like me on a daily basis around the world. And we provide evidence of it. I'm not saying just believe me because I say so. I have decades of evidence. Put them into a book. Harshly criticized the most famous mainstream scientist in the world, got a number 1 bestseller, dethroned him with his own book while criticizing him. Crickets. Crickets. Welcome to Cricketville, because they know if they talk to me, if they engage me in any way, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Because what I'm going to do here, let me get rid of that glare. Sorry about that. I'm trying to manage like 17 things here. Is that better? I hope so. All right. Well, anyway, point is that we have these people who are pretending to be our friend. They're looking out for us. They're the ones who are keeping us on the right track scientifically. Don't make me laugh, okay? Don't make me fucking laugh. These people who we and this is the other thing that I have a gripe with is, why is it because Neil deGrasse Tyson is an astrophysicist, they have to ask him to weigh in on shit that has nothing to do with astrophysics? Like about the trans issue, or like, what? Why would you ask him that? Who gives a flying fuck what Neil deGrasse thinks about the trans issue? Who gives a fuck, right? Why don't we have this guy talking about science? Hmm. Hmm. Why don't we have this guy talking about the astronauts that were stuck in space for 9 straight months? Where was all of this high-handed science when we had people stranded above our heads? Where was the outcry? Where was the accountability? Where was the accountability? None. And that's the problem, and that's what pisses me off. I thought about those poor astronauts up there practically every day of my life, from the time I heard about it until they came home. And by the way, welcome home, guys. Glad to have you back. Sorry, we're stupid down here. But apparently, we have went ahead and privatized NASA now. It's in charge. SpaceX is now NASA. Has nobody noticed this? They just co-opted an entire field of science that was run by the government, and now we've privatized it. You know how much better things always get when they're privatized, right? I mean, look at the prison. And oh, wait, that's a bad example. Uh, what about privatized health? Oh shit, that's right. That does it. Yeah, I'm sensing a pattern here, and we keep making the same mistakes, and we keep listening to the wrong people. You have to stop trusting the people who keep telling you to trust them while producing no results, producing no evidence that many of these people are completely, irresponsibly, dangerously incompetent. Now we got our astronauts back, but guess what? Now the ones that are up there, we can't fucking feed them now. Oh, the ship got damaged, and now what do you mean? That's you. You have these people walking a tightrope with no net. Why? Why? Why are we sending people into space when there are potentially dangerous situations that they're going to find themselves in and you're going to be helpless? And it's not like, oh, we lost the link on this or that or the other. No, no, no. It's that, oh shit, we can't feed you. Oh shit, we can't get you home. Oh shit, you're going to die. That is so stupid. Obviously, space is not a place we belong right now. And the reason that we don't belong there is because we don't have the science. And this ties into, for me, hey, Cap, what's up, man? Yeah, this ties in for me with all of the arrogant fucking human beings who spend their time trying to middle of the road this UFO shit, where they're like, oh, well, they exist, but they're ours. Oh my God, you fucking cowards. You know they exist. You know they exist, and you have the fucking unmitigated gall to tell me that we're building them. We can't get rockets correct. The only thing that we know how to do with gravity is fucking fight it. And you're going to tell me that we're building time warping, extra dimensional traveling craft. We have planes, fucking planes, analog ass planes falling out of the fucking sky like raindrops. We have astronauts stranded in space for 9 months. We can't feed our own astronauts now because a ship got damaged. That's it. You're a person telling me that, hey man, I'm sorry I can't fix your Volkswagen. I do nuclear engineering. You know, it's like, oh really? Oh, okay. So this is too difficult for you. Our own mundane technology still eludes us. And by the way, I'd like to point out that we've only had, 60 fucking years to get it right, by the way. We went to the moon 60, what, 8, 69? Yeah? That's quite a while, right? 6 decades. And now guess what? And guess what? NASA, who likes to brag, we went to the moon. Did we though? Did we though, bro? Because it doesn't feel like we went to the moon. It's like telling me you went to Disney World, and now I'm like, okay, well, let's go to Disney World then. Forget. I forget how to get there. Yeah, I'm sorry. Wow. Yeah, right. You never went to fucking Disneyland. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Quit lying. How you gonna tell me we did something perfect the first time out? By the way, first try. No problems on live television, right? And now NASA still needs 3 more years to get ready for their moon mission. What the fuck are you talking about? By the way, hi guys. I see you coming in. I want to get these thoughts out. Please drop me a like for the effort. Appreciate you. Love you. Um, listen, listen. The gloves are off. The facade is over. Okay. Science has shown its whole ass, and we have the nerve to try to fool ourselves that these craft that our own jets can't catch, that they're ours. Oh yeah, we're totally building them, bro. Yeah, then get me to the fucking moon. The moon should be a day trip. 60 years after we did it perfectly the first time, I should be able to go to the moon, like, just take a day. Like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm gonna head to the moon. I'm gonna get a selfie. Earth in the background, selfie, right? Post it on my Instagram. But we can't. We can't even get back to the moon. Makes me wonder how the fuck we got there in the first place. When, you want to see how much technology it took for us to get to the moon the first time? You see this? This is a calculator. This has more computing power than what supposedly took us to the moon the first time. Okay. It seems like we've come a long way since then, technologically speaking, right? Or have we? Because if we're still using fucking rockets 60 years later, it seems like our science has kind of stymied, right? Seems like our science has kind of been stalled. It's been blockaded almost. We seem to be stuck. We're stuck. Why would we be stuck though? Makes me wonder. Oh, maybe this is just a thought. Crazy, you know, acoustic guy talking. All right, but maybe, maybe it's our science. Maybe our science sucks. Maybe our science is wrong. Maybe we have hit the dead fucking end that I have been saying for years that exists in our physics. Yeah. How do we say that we see these craft that defy our own physics and then people think that our physics is building them? Like what? The best we have is Einstein. That was 100 years ago. Like it was 100 years ago, man. We haven't made any improvements. I guess he got it all right the first time. Is that so? if if that's true, then we would be able to conquer gravity, like these craft seem to do. Apparently, these craft do not believe in the works of Albert Einstein because they just keep shitting on him every single time they appear. Oh, you have Einstein's physics and they have something far fucking better. Obviously, the difference is night and day. Yeah. It's like a 5 foot person standing next to an NBA player and saying, "Yeah, we're like pretty much the same height." Like, no, you're not. There are levels, and we see what level we're at every time they show up because they are in unmatchable levels above us. So obviously, their science is superior. Every time they show up, every time these UFOs, UAPs, alien spaceships, let's just call them what they are, show up in our atmosphere and clown our jets and make a mockery of our defenses and abduct people and mutilate cattle and who knows what else they're doing. Every time they show up and do this, they are showing us that we are scientifically remedial and retarded, and that we are helpless as a result of our assumptions that Einstein is the limit. Oh, Einstein keeps being proven right. No, every single time one of these UAPs show up, he keeps being proven wrong. So if you're so smart, then how come nobody has built a UFO that defies gravity using Einstein's physics? Why haven't any of these smarties done that? Because you can't. That's what Einstein's equations tell you, is that you can't. Meanwhile, it's being done by someone else, quite expertly, I might add. And and so it's like it's this ridiculous human resistance to reason. Yeah. Now you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. You can lead a person to reason, but you cannot make them think. And that's the problem here is we are backsliding mm, intellectually in this world. The human race as a collective are backsliding. Now, it's easy to see. I mean, we have less students enrolled in STEM classes now than we ever have in the history of education. We have fewer scientists, we have fewer engineers, we have fewer of these people being produced every single year. Yeah. And they seem to not be as good as their predecessors. Because I would wager you dollars to donuts, and we all know I love donuts, is that uh, these engineers today could not hold a candle to the engineers who supposedly sent the first men to the moon. How were they able to do this with duct tape and calculator technology? We can't do it today with quantum entanglement and AI. Hmm. It seems like, now this is just my theory, okay? And, Mr. Mensa Smarty Pants, I always have an idea. My idea is that too many people let computers and apps and artificial intelligence and chat GPT and fucking Grammarly do all their thinking for them. And so now they cannot think for themselves. They are people who were healthy, who began walking with a crutch for so long that now they limp without it. And this is why I still stand tall. Computers don't do my thinking. I can see things for what they are, not for what people fucking tell me they are. Just like the Coral Castle. Yeah, everybody's, oh, it's easy, levers and weights. I'm like, oh, have you done it? Oh, well, no, I haven't done it. Oh, I see. So your knowledge is theoretical. Well, I mean, it's easy to see. I mean, obviously, right? Because you're a graduate of YouTube University. You you have the internet. So obviously, you're a genius who can access the hive mind. Yeah. But do it though. Just go do it, is all I'm asking. You said it's easy to do. Well, if it's easy to do, then please demonstrate that. But not a single one of these people who give a prosaic explanation for how the Coral Castle was built, or the pyramids, or the Moai, or Marco Wase, Chichen Itza, all these places that are impossible in different ways, all megalithic in common. Nobody seems to be able to match them. The people from thousands of years ago outdo us. The people from other planets are outdoing us by thousands of years. We can't replicate the technology from 2,000 years ago. We can't replicate the technology that we see visiting this planet today. We are maybe the least intelligent generation in the epochs of our history. We can't do what they used to do. We can't do what they're doing now. We can't do what we are supposed to know how to do now. We have become a species of utter incompetence and denial. And those two are related, you see. Because when I became the world's foremost expert on the Coral Castle, when I wrote books that became a number one bestseller in the physics of gravity or in astronomy or cosmology, it wasn't because I walked around thinking I'm right about everything all the time. Quite the opposite. I am a person who has, for a good portion of my life, been filled with more than my fair share of self doubt. I have learned to trust myself more these days as my instincts and my work ethic proves me wise. You know? But I did not walk around congratulating myself thinking I had, hack the matrix. I was like, ooh, are you sure? Because what, because this is big. Like it matters. It matters if you're right or not. So I had to go to the ends of the earth itself to figure out that what I thought was true. And then when the facts line up with that, then great. But there were many times when my waste paper basket was full because I was struggling to figure it out. And I just say, oh, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. Start over. Start over. And I did that many, many times until I could run the entire obstacle course and clear it. And then I saw the finish line. Then I knew, okay, this lines up. This is right. This makes sense. This has to be true. There's no other argument around it. You see, I've spent a lot of time trying to prove myself wrong because I know so many other people will. Well, if I do it first, I'm probably going to do a better job anyway. And so far, that seems to be true. I feel practically bulletproof when it comes to science and the coral castle and the subjects in which I am an expert because I argue against me better than any of you ever will. And I know what it takes to prove things. I know about the scientific standards. Scientists don't seem to understand the scientific standards. It's not me who doesn't understand them. It's them who wish to ignore them when it doesn't suit the narrative. Yeah. So like, oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Oh, I think we understand gravity. Oh, do you? That's your problem. Yeah. See, that's your fucking problem is you think you understand it. But you think you understand it for absolutely no good reason, Neil. Can you generate gravity? Can you control gravity? Can you defy gravity? From the last picture I saw of you, you are not defying gravity very well. But that's the only thing we can do is fight gravity. When we say we understand the electromagnetic spectrum, one of the uh, four fundamental forces of the universe, we have gravity, we have electromagnetism, we have the strong nuclear force and the weak nuclear force. Supposedly, these four forces are the fundamental ones which comprise the entirety of the universe. Now, the electromagnetic spectrum, yeah, all right. If you say we understand it, I'd say, well, at least you're making an argument because you can demonstrate that. You see, I'm talking to you on a screen with electric lights, and this is being broadcast wirelessly using electrically powered Wi-Fi over it. Yeah, right? Like, yeah. Cell phone technology, yeah, we seem to understand that pretty well because we can demonstrate that. You see, we can produce electricity, we can generate it, we can control it, we can harness it, we can focus it, we can shut it off, we can turn it on. We are doing pretty well with our initial understanding of the electromagnetic force. But gravity, get the fuck out of here. You don't understand gravity. Shame on you for even purporting such an idea that you understand gravity. Yeah. That's like saying you understand hurricanes. The only thing you can do is predict it and get the fuck out of the way. That doesn't sound like you understand it much to me. Prediction is to understanding as meeting is to knowing. No, not close. Not close. You see, only when you can demonstrate your understanding do you understand. And that is the difference between Edward Leedskalnin and the Coral Castle and Neil deGrasse Tyson and the cheese plate in the fucking green room. You see, one of them said nothing, demonstrated. Another one does nothing but flap his yap, yet has built nothing, solved nothing, contributed nothing. I think it's about time that we stopped trusting some of these people and we start making them prove things. For instance, the people who are skeptical about the fact that I'm abducted, well, okay, no problem with the skepticism as long as it's justified and educated skepticism. Then allow me the opportunity to convince you. And so what I do is I just bring out all the evidence that I've collected. I could show you them in the sky over my house. I can show you, I mean, repeatedly over my house. right? I can show the landing marks where they actually come down and land on the yard and affect the terrain. I can show you the abduction marks where every single time I remember being abducted, I have these little marks that show up in a consistent spot on my body, and the spots are always the same. And I can show you some of the injuries. I have bruises on my arm in different places where I've been handled by them. I've had different experiences that I can tell you about, where I can tell you how they communicate. I can tell you what they look like. I've made drawings. Like, I have evidence after evidence after evidence after evidence. Fine, fair, right? You want evidence? Here's evidence. I have enough evidence to cram up your ass for a year. Fine, here you go. Why do we not treat scientists with the same skepticism? Fair's fair. You tell me you understand gravity. Fucking produce some. Let's control some, defy some. You can't do anything with gravity. You pretend that you do. And the only problem with this is that gravity is just the foundational principle upon which all other physics is based, just so you know. Just so you know, it's just the foundational principle of physics. So, no big deal, right? So if we don't understand gravity, and we don't, yeah, then how can any physics built on top of that possibly be correct? You see, but that's the problem, is we've gone too far now, right? We have to dive into the lie. We have to pretend Santa Claus exists because Christmas is tomorrow. It's always tomorrow, right? That we lie for the greater good, right? It's why we keep alien abductions a secret. It's for the greater good. Yeah, yeah. The good of the one outweighs the good of the many in this case. That's the truth. See, because people, individuals like me, may soon become groups of you. You better know. You better accept it. You better become knowledgeable on the subject because it's happening. So what if you think you're never going to get attacked by a bear? You still learn what to fucking do about it, don't you? Right? I don't think I'll ever see a live bear for the rest of my life unless it's in a zoo. So, but I know what to do about it if I see one. You put your hands up, you make yourself big, you wave, you make a lot of noise, you back the fuck away, right? And you get out of there, right? I know what to do about a bear. I'm probably never going to see one. Yeah, well, even if you don't think you'll ever see an alien, you better know what the fuck they look like, what they do, how they do it, and why they're doing it. So then maybe you have a chance at avoidance. Culture Cats, what's up? Chris Engel, what's up? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Um, but this is the problem, and see, we have the same denial in science because, again, not very smart. So they literally cannot analyze the same evidence that you and I look at, and we go, yeah, of course it's happening. There's overwhelming evidence that it's happening, but they still want to hold out, right? They want to hold out because science doesn't want to be challenged. It wants to be congratulated while it fails spectacularly time and time and time again. Yet nothing. Oh, you're the old conspiracy cats. Oh, are you the one that oh yeah, you're Simon Dan's buddy, right? Yeah. Yeah, you're the old conspiracy cats. You and him didn't know what annual motion was. Yeah. Yeah. I remember now. Awesome. Nice to see you. I hope that your Google got fixed since then, so you could look that up for yourself. And are you here to apologize for trying to gaslight 200,000 people into thinking that the true principles of astronomy aren't real? How am I? I'm awesome. I'm doing very well. Thank you. It's so nice of you to stop by. I assume you are here to extend an olive branch, perhaps. Yes? It's nice to see you because I never actually knew who you were. He just mentioned you in the video and that you both didn't understand this principle of astronomy. Um, Love to actually speak to you in person sometime. Maybe you could have me on your channel. I'd be happy to do an interview or have a conversation. Apparently, because Simon Dan is far too afraid now after the spanking I gave you to want to engage me again on any scientific. Exactly, he just mentioned me. We can talk next week. Yeah, well, he mentioned you because he consulted you. And after consulting you, he felt very confident in denying the principle, the established fact, by the way, of annual motion. Uh, I'm a nice guy, not after fighting. Well, I mean, you were helping someone gaslight me. Yeah, you were helping someone gaslight me and to pretend that what I was saying wasn't true. You you were helping him, and I'm sure you're a nice guy. But if you're a nice guy, you can't even remember what the question was. The question was that I, through my discoveries of the Coral Castle, had found that Edward Leedskalnin left behind evidence that, strong evidence, by the way, that suggests that the Earth doesn't go around the sun the way that we've been taught. I'm not a flat earther. The Earth's round, and like we go around the sun. Like I understand astronomy. I wrote a #1 bestseller in it. I think I understand it. And then what I was saying is the evidence that he left behind seems to suggest that we go around at an angle to the sun rather than around the center in a flat stereo orbit. And I wanted him to look at my evidence. And instead of looking at my evidence, he decided to attack the actual like part we should both agree on, the primer that I was giving as an education to those who aren't astronomically obsessed like me. And he told me that, and he told everyone, by the way, go back and watch the video, that annual motion didn't exist, that I made it up, and that he, after consulting you, hi, he felt more confident, and that neither one of you knew about annual motion, like the actual concept. And it just makes me wonder what the fuck is with you guys? Like, like that was such a self own, like an unforced error. How do you not have Google? I honestly don't remember. That's very convenient. It makes me wonder if you didn't remember why you're here. Yeah. See, I'm a nice guy too. I'm just not stupid. And when people try to gaslight me and try to say that the true things I'm saying are wrong, and then they want to come on my channel, on my live, and tell me that they're a nice guy, well, then it isn't a big thing for me. Well, you're doing a lot of talking for someone this is not a big thing for. Seems like it's a big thing, because honestly, if I had never talked to you again, I would have forgotten you existed. So I think it's really not a big thing for me because I'm the one on the right, but someone's over here now who tried to gaslight me, who tried to help Simon Dan. You, first of all. You. He just mentioned me. Yeah, he just mentioned you because he just consulted you. You see, he was supposed to come out with a video that week responding to me. And then he realized, oh, fuck, this isn't a flat earther. Like, this guy knows science, and it's going to take me a while to do my homework. So he decided to consult you. You see, you're a teacher, right? A physics teacher? Is that right? I believe that's what he said. You were some kind of physics teacher, and he's some kind of douchey science teacher, too. And two science teachers against me, and you lost. And the only reason that you lost is because you didn't access Google. Like, you're both, like, so, like, out of it that you can't go annual motion. Is that right? Oh, shit, it is right. Hey, hey, this guy I thought was a uh, Uh, okay, but you have two people watching. I'm 50% of your audience. I'm not here for damage control. You just popped up in your feed. Yeah, I have a habit of popping up in the feed of people who need to hear things. I guess maybe your ears were burning, you know, technologically speaking. But the truth is that yeah, it's not a big thing for you, but you're still half my audience. And I don't care about how many people watch me. That isn't why I do this. It's not the amount of people, it's who's listening. I'm just so glad to know that you're out there to hear me say these things to you directly. So I'm judging everything on this conversation. Damn right. You're damn right. See, the other half of this audience is not on your side. So you're already outmanned and outgunned. Got outplayed at your own game. How'd that work out? I bet not the way you think. But the truth is you and the Simon Dans and all of the gaslighters and science wannabes who don't do your homework. You don't do your homework and you want to sit here and criticize me. I had discovered this over 16 fucking years of meticulously tracking down every fact, putting things in perspective, discovering what he was doing, that these are Cartesian coordinates and that he's using these megalithic structures in a way that helps you to understand and track astronomy. And you fuckers don't even seem to understand the most basic concepts of astronomy while getting online and pretending like the fraud you are to be a fucking expert when you couldn't carry my candle for one day. You would never be able to get where I've gotten in the world because you're too self-assured. You don't need Google. You just need each other. And I think that you and Dan are a cute couple. Don't get me wrong. I think you're adorable, but you guys don't seem to be very smart. The only thing you're good at really is convincing stupid people that you're smart. And I'm not one of those. So, all right, I seem to be very upset. Oh my gosh, sweetie pie. Oh, you've never seen me upset, sweetheart. And I don't think you want to. I think you're here to try to upset me. But what's funny is that I just think it's so awesome that you're here. You will never see me on your fucking live. I know that. I feel dumber just by talking to you. But you girls go play, and you can have a good time jerking each other off or whatever it is you do that isn't science because you don't do science. What you do is monkey porn. Okay? So I'll see you later, sweetie, and you have a good one. Bye bye. All right. Oh, hey, look at this. Round of applause, everybody. Round of applause for Culture Cats. Wah, wah, wah. Loser of the fucking month club. Right after Simon Dan. Oh, that felt so good. Oh, it's so cathartic. You know, it's so cathartic to tell people live on my 100th video exactly how fucking dumb they are. It's so nice. You notice he didn't admit it. He was like, "Yeah, he just mentioned my name. Yeah, he just mentioned your name, you fucking liar," because you and him both asserted together that annual motion doesn't exist. You guys aren't even smart enough to actually get to the argument. You couldn't get past basic astronomy to get to the argument, which I'm making, which is advanced astronomy. You couldn't get there. You tripped up on your own shit. Like, you should know this, guys. It's embarrassing. And you guys are the only ones to ever debate me on any of these subjects. And LL. Man, that must sting. It must sting so much that you had to come over, and you had to say something because I'm taking you to school. It's so great, guys. Listen, been about 40 minutes. I want to end on the high note. This is great. And I'm so glad that these science wannabe fucking loser idiots are coming over to me like, "Oh, hey, bro. Hey, I'm a nice guy, man." Yeah. Too fucking late for the nice guy thing, okay? Because you guys gaslit me on that fucking shitty, completely misinformed video where you showed your own ignorance. Your own ignorance. You put a tinfoil hat on my head. You could stick it up your ass, culture cats. Right up your fucking bum, Simon Dan. Hey, Neil, You're next. You're next.